What's up, guys? It's Jeff Chan from MMA Shredded, and I'm here with Matt LaFleur, and today we're going to be doing some no-gi rolling, and I'll be breaking down our session so you understand.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe to watch Jeff and I try to murder each other.
So, first round here, Matt gets into the shin-on-shin position. Whoops, I cheated and posted on the wall, which prevented me from falling. Matt working really hard to get into the X-guard position while I'm trying to defend and sit on his right shin to start passing from the one leg in and one leg out position. I finally get into the one leg in and one leg out position. I see the neck, so I wrap my arm around his neck to threaten the guillotine, hoping Matt would fall to his back so I could start passing, but Matt had a good right arm underhook and used his right butterfly hook to butterfly sweep me, but Matt did not trap my arm, so I posted with my right arm to balance myself, and as I pushed myself back on top, he sat under me and gets into his X-guard. As I tried to step over to clear a leg, he swept me. I fell to my back and he jumped into my guard. We were out of the camera, so we moved back to the middle. Over here, I looked for the up and over sweep, but Matt did a great job defending by standing up. I made the mistake of still going for the sweep even though he stood up, which allowed him to just step over my leg and take my back. While defending my back here, I'm trying to remove Matt's hooks and get my back to the mat. As he switched choking arms here, I was able to get my back on the mat, but Matt transitioned to top mount. Here I used the pistol escape to get into my butterfly guard. Overhooked his right arm, and as he circled his arm to free that overhook, I used the arm drag to take the back. I get my seatbelt grip here, right arm over the shoulder and left arm under the armpit, and immediately fell to my left shoulder. I controlled Matt's left wrist with my underhook arm and used my right arm to start attacking the neck. Matt does a great job at defending the neck, but I was persistent with the attack. Because I only had one arm around the neck, Matt made the mistake of letting go of my choking arm and pushing on my legs to free the hooks and sliding his back against the mat. As he tried to slide to the mat, I followed behind him and slapped on my choking arm onto my left arm bicep for the rear naked choke. You can't see here, but Matt catches my choking arm again, so I switched to the palm-on-palm grip to tighten the choke, eventually getting him to tap. Round 2, I dove onto my right shoulder to hook Matt's left leg, inverting into the K-guard. I drew a big circle by swinging my left leg around and kicking Matt's left armpit, breaking his posture and getting on top, but Matt had a good grip around my shin. My goal was to do the matrix and take his back. This is what it should have looked like if I was able to get it. Matt goes into his X-guard again. I tried to scramble free, but Matt had a good grip on my leg. Then he attacked my leg, in which I was able to smash his legs together and pass his guard. We were about to get off camera, and I enjoy passing the guard, so we reset. Right away, I attempted the X-pass, but Matt defends. This is what the X-pass should look like. I tried to jump over his guard with the over and under pass, but Matt was able to hook my leg. This is what the over and under pass should look like. So from here, Matt started attacking for the knee bar. Ball used the leg drag to smash his guard. From here, I shot my right arm under Matt's armpit to try and isolate that arm. I wasn't able to walk my arm up and trap Matt's left arm because he hugged around my back with the S-grip. I made the mistake of hanging there because my arm was trapped, and Matt did a big bridge and rolled me right over. Falling out of the camera, we moved back to the middle. I quickly framed off Matt's neck to create space, snuck my left arm under the armpit for the underhook, and started bridging to scramble to my knees. Damn, look at Matt's booty and the size of those thighs. So as Matt tried to circle to take my back, I turned to my back to square up with him, getting one butterfly hook in. I pushed Matt's face to create space and stepped my right leg on his hip. From here, I had two hands on Matt's left arm and went for the scissor sweep. As I tried to climb onto mount, Matt was able to scramble and get his left knee shield, preventing me from passing. I stood up to get into the one leg in and one leg out position and pushed his left knee to my left as I backstepped, landing into the saddle position. Matt did a good job at pulling his left leg back so I couldn't ankle lace him. This is what an ankle lace should have looked like. We should be crushing our opponent's two shins together. Now as he pulled his left leg back, he left his right leg there for me to heel hook. Round 3, I went to jump over Matt's guard, but he did a good job at getting a butterfly hook and sweeping me to my side. I posted and found my balance, but he wrapped his right leg around my left leg, putting me in his half guard. I transitioned into reverse kesekatami and got my left arm underhook and squared up with him. I continued to shoot my butt into the air to free my left leg, and once my knee was free, I went for the knee cut to the right, passing the guard and landing into kesekatami. I transitioned into regular side control, then to knee on belly. Matt made the mistake of trying to headlock me, exposing his left arm to an armbar. I stepped my right leg over the head and attacked the arm. Round 4, Matt tried to get the Kimura grip and tried to dive over my shoulder. This is what it should normally look like, but he missed my arm as he dived. and I was able to sneak in a butterfly hook and kick him over. Almost sweeping him, Matt sat up and based. Knowing I couldn't score the sweep, I bailed out, shooting my hips back to disengage, but Matt quickly circles around and takes my back. I removed his hooks with my hands and jumped to my back as I squared up with him. I attempted an arm drag, which Matt defended by pulling his arm back, so I shot my leg over his neck for an armbar, but Matt defended again by pulling his arm back. 2 hands on his left arm, I went for the scissor sweep again, but wasn't able to move, so I did a technical lift to stand up. Matt gets into the one leg in and one leg out position, and I caught him with an arm drag again. I took his back and rolled to my right shoulder. And I'm just going to fast forward a bit here. It's just me trying to choke out Matt and him defending back and forth. Matt put up a good fight defending my choke. So eventually I tried to trap his right arm with my right leg, but his head slipped out of my right arm, so I kicked my leg over the head and went for an armbar. Round 5, Matt quickly goes to shin on shin and gets me into his X guard. He hooked under my right leg and extended his legs as he sat up. Then he did a technical lift to stand up. From here, I quickly inverted into the matrix, had both hooks in behind his thighs, and tried to take the back. He was able to pull his leg free and square up with me. I quickly went shin on shin, slid my butt underneath him and into the single leg X, but Matt rolled to defend. I rolled with him and eventually caught him with the heel hook.